Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Sister Wives Show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives has recently given fans a closer look into the complexities of her relationship with Meri, explaining how and when their dynamic began to change and ultimately when Meri cut ties. As viewers know, Sister Wives has always revolved around the intricate relationships between Kody Brown and his wives, Christine, Janelle, Meri, and Robin, each wife bringing her unique personality, values, and history to the family. But Janelle and Meri's relationship has long been one of the most strained, and now we have insights into when and why things truly unraveled. Janelle and Meri's relationship has always been difficult to define. From the early days, the two had challenges working together under one roof. Part of this, as fans speculate, could be because Janelle and Meri come from very different backgrounds. Janelle, practical and level-headed, is often seen as the no-nonsense wife who makes decisions based on what's best for the family as a whole, while Meri is more sensitive, valuing emotional connection and stability. For years, these differences created a sense of tension, but their relationship really began to take a downward spiral in more recent years, with Janelle now revealing exactly when and why Meri chose to step back. The beginning of the end for Janelle and Meri's relationship can be traced to various disagreements over family structure, finances, and decision-making. At the start, it might have seemed like mere differences in personality. But Janelle has now explained that Meri made a deliberate choice to cut ties, and that choice didn't happen overnight. In fact, it was a gradual process with tensions building over time, until Meri decided that enough was enough. One of the most telling signs of a shift in their relationship dynamics came when Kody started prioritizing Robin, especially as the family moved to Flagstaff. At that point, each of the wives was supposed to be creating their own independence while still supporting the family structure. For Janelle, the move to Flagstaff symbolized a chance to start fresh and maintain a healthy distance while still being part of the family unit. However, for Meri, this move brought up new challenges and ultimately led to even more isolation. It was during this time that Janelle noticed Meri pulling away not just from the family, but specifically from her. There were already tensions surrounding the move, and many fans recall how the logistics of buying or renting homes was a huge point of contention among the wives. Janelle's practical approach to the situation meant she was open to renting until things stabilized. However, Meri's position was less flexible. She felt a deep attachment to the idea of ownership and permanency, likely due to her own sense of insecurity within the family at the time. This disagreement became a focal point of stress between the two women, sparking feelings of resentment that neither was able to fully address. Janelle recently admitted that she had hoped Meri would come around, but Meri's decision to emotionally distance herself became clearer after that point. Rather than confronting the underlying issues directly, Meri opted to withdraw, a choice that Janelle now understands as Meri cutting ties. Janelle describes how the shift wasn't sudden, but rather a slow burn, a gradual loss of connection that seemed to deepen each time they failed to see eye to eye. And the strain in the relationship extended beyond mere logistics or financial decisions. It became personal. One of the deepest rifts between Janelle and Meri came from differences in how they viewed their relationships with Kody. While Kody's affection was directed toward Robin, Meri's struggle to regain his attention was a painful journey that Janelle didn't entirely support. Janelle chose to focus on her own growth and stability, finding independence and even preparing for life without Kody, should it come to that. Meri, on the other hand, was clinging to the hope of rekindling a bond with Kody, an approach that Janelle found difficult to sympathize with. In some ways, Meri may have viewed Janelle's independence as an indirect criticism of her own struggles, contributing to the growing emotional gap. Over time, Janelle noticed that Meri would avoid interactions with her entirely, focusing instead on her own interests, and her personal projects. This distance became more apparent to the rest of the family, with both Kody and the other wives noting that Meri and Janelle no longer seemed to have any major events. Janelle felt that Meri was there physically but not emotionally. For Janelle, this was heartbreaking but also somewhat of a relief. as it made her realize that the relationship wasn't working and that perhaps it was best to let things be. Janelle also acknowledged that her friendship with Christine, who had recently left the family, played a role in the divide. Christine had long been Janelle's ally and confidant. As Christine's departure from the family loomed, she and Janelle began having serious discussions about their personal goals, happiness, and what they wanted from life. Janelle admitted that these conversations were eye-opening, giving her the strength to embrace her independence and start envisioning a life outside of the constraints of the polygamous marriage. In many ways, Janelle's growing friendship with Christine pushed her further away from Meri, who was still holding onto her own place within the family dynamic, albeit with a sense of isolation and estrangement. The most recent confirmation of the divide came when Janelle spoke openly about how the two rarely speak to each other anymore. Janelle now realizes that while Meri's choice to cut ties might seem sudden to some, it had been brewing for a long time. She describes the realization as bittersweet. On one hand, there's a sense of loss for a relationship that once had potential, but on the other, there's relief in knowing that some relationships aren't meant to last forever, especially if they've become toxic or burdensome. Janelle's words carry the weight of years of unresolved tension, misunderstandings, and perhaps an acceptance that she and Meri simply don't belong in each other's lives in the same way anymore. Meri's recent focus on her own ventures, such as her bed and breakfast, has also contributed to the distance. Janelle now sees that Meri's priority is herself, and while some might interpret that as selfishness, Janelle seems to respect Meri's decision to do what's best for her. After years of feeling out of place within the family and disconnected from Cody, Meri's decision to focus on her own goals might just be her way of reclaiming some sense of control over her life. Janelle hints that she and Meri are simply in different places now, Janelle embracing a minimalist, grounded life, while Meri is searching for a way to reinvent herself. Reflecting on all these factors, Janelle doesn't seem to hold resentment toward Meri's decision, though she does acknowledge the sadness that comes with knowing someone who was once family is now essentially a stranger. It's a difficult realization for Janelle, especially given that they have spent so many years sharing a life, a family, and dreams that no longer align. For Janelle, the past few years have been a journey of self-discovery, and she now feels that she has grown in ways that might not have been possible had she remained tied to the expectations of her past. As for Meri, it seems she too has found a renewed sense of independence. The journey has not been easy, especially considering the weight of history and expectation on her shoulders. But both Meri and Janelle now seem to be on paths that reflect who they truly are, rather than who they were expected to be. For fans, this revelation might be bittersweet, but it's also a reminder that growth sometimes means letting go of relationships that no longer serve us. Ultimately, Janelle's account sheds light on the deep-seated issues within the sister-wives family. Her revelation about Meri cutting ties is significant, as it underscores a shift that has been brewing for a long time. A shift that points to an evolving, perhaps more authentic version of both Janelle and Meri. These two women are no longer the same people they were when they joined the family. And while their journeys may no longer intersect, they both seem committed to their own paths forward. Janelle's honest recounting of her relationship with Meri gives fans a clearer view of the complexities that come with plural marriage. Each wife's journey is unique, and while the family structure once kept them together, their individual needs and desires have ultimately pushed them apart. As Janelle continues to pursue her own happiness, fans are left wondering, what's next for her, for Meri, and for the rest of the Sister Wives family? And there you have it, Sister Wives fans. What do you think about Janelle's revelations? Was Meri's choice to cut ties inevitable? Are you rooting for them to find peace in their own ways? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button if you want to keep up with the latest updates on Sister Wives. Thanks for watching. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.